Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 4 Override is officially here. We've got tons of new mythics, POIs, sprites, and so much more to talk about. Alright, so as I'm recording this, the new season just came out yesterday. So I'm going to talk about all of the new things in the season that you need to know about. So as you've probably noticed already, there are 3 new POIs: Stone Sanctum, Green Hill Zone, and Reality's Reign, which are all relatively in the middle of the map. You'll also have noticed that when you load into the season for the first time, the whole map needs to be rediscovered, and that's because every place on the map had some sort of change from the last season. Now, in the lobby, you'll find the new lobby hack admin panel in the corner where you can enter these codes on screen to get a bunch of free rewards. As for the sprites, you'll get to pick from 3 sprites as your starting sprite for this season, and those 3 sprites are the bush sprite, which spawns a bush on you after a duration, and at max level you gain a bush on elimination; the Jonesy sprite, which after a short duration you recover some health or shield after being damaged; and the adventure sprite, which upgrades a random item in your inventory at each level. Of course, all of your sprites from season 3 won't be in battle royale. We have a whole new generation of sprites to look forward to for this season, but you can view them in your archive in the sprite section if you want to still look at the sprites, and they will be in the sprite garden, which should be available by the time this video is up. As for the new sprites, we have 11 new base sprites at launch, which are the Klombo sprite, Sonic sprite, Tails sprite, Shadow sprite, Jackrabbit sprite, 8-bit sprite, Crown sprite, Adventure sprite, Bush sprite, Jonesy sprite, and Kill Switch sprite. Along with the new sprites, they've also made some quality of life improvements to the sprites, which includes that you can now see inside the match if you own a sprite or not, with this little exclamation mark that'll be in the corner of the sprite's name when you look at it. When you re-summon sprites after you've lost them in a match, they cost less sprite dust now. As for the new gizmos, we still have the portable extractors, but there are 4 new ones. There is the cheat code locator, which, if you don't know what the cheat codes are, they're basically a new way to get sprites. They've just replaced sprite chests from last season, and you input a series of code on them and they will give you a sprite depending on what color they are for the rarity. Then we have the extraction accelerator, which will silently call in an extraction and it'll also summon it instantly. Then we have the Llama supply drop, which is a llama themed supply drop that has extra loot, including the new 1-up token, which gives you an extra life when you pick it up, and when you respawn with the 1-up token, you spawn in the sky like reload, and you keep your entire inventory. There's also this God mode llama item where you turn invincible for a certain amount of time, and it's kind of like getting a star power up from Mario games. And then there's the spicy taco, which heals you and gives you a speed and stamina boost, and if your whole squad consumes it, you get taco time party. It's also worth mentioning that this week on Saturday, August 22nd, they have gold sprite variants that are joining, and from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern time and 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time will be a power hour where you get additional portable extractors, a 1-up token, and higher chance of finding the Midas Masterpiece. Speaking of the Midas Masterpiece, it is a new pistol, sort of like the Mammoth pistol. You only get 7 bullets with it, but it can one-tap anybody and does 313 headshot damage. And now for ranked battle royale, they do have new ranked rewards for your rank. For gold, you get the Phantom Spray. Platinum, you get the Override Counter Back Bling. Diamond, you get the Beastly Battle Bus loading screen. Elite, you get the Hack In Slasher pickaxe. Champion, you get the Overridden Wrap. And Unreal, the Unrealizer pickaxe. Also, sprites will be in ranked battle royale this season, but they won't have any ability, so they will merely just be for show. Now in battle royale, for the whole reason that this season is called Override, we have a new game mechanic called match overrides. And there's these override consoles that appear in every match, and when you go up to them, you get a choice of 3 overrides that either will alter the match for your squad or for the entire lobby. And those overrides are Sonic Speed, which increases your sprint speed over time; More XP, you gain more XP from eliminations, looting, and surviving the storm; Loot Hack, you'll get a loot hack item from the next chest you open; Extra Life, you respawn on the brink of elimination 1 time; Big Fish, makes all fishing holes golden; Constant Heal, you gain constant health and shield regen over time when not in combat; Infinite Stamina, you gain infinite stamina; Headshot, you deal increased headshot damage; Overshield, you gain an extra overshield if you're in 0 build or a new overshield if you're in build; Speed Shooter, your weapons fire and reload faster; Big Loot, higher chance to get epic or legendary loot from chests; and Power Pickaxe, your pickaxe deals massive damage, which, by the way, is 400 damage with that override. Now, in those overrides, I mentioned a loot hack, which is a new way to use your Sprite dust. In the override tab in the lobby, if you click that, the first screen will be the lobby hack screen, which you can choose from these items on screen, and you can use your Sprite dust to add them to your loot pool and increase their spawn rate and rarity of when they spawn. Now, some new weapons that were added into the BR loot pool. We have the Sonic Power Sneakers. You can charge a grounded spin dash or perform an airborne spin attack. The Mega Buster, which is from Mega Man, it fires single energy pellets, or you can charge it up for a explosive attack. You have an 8-bit shotgun, which is more like a tac shotgun. It's an automatic shotgun, and it has a scoreboard that keeps track of combos and damage and multipliers. There's also an 8-bit leaderboard in the override tab in the lobby and per game. Then there's the Midas Masterpiece, which is a single fire golden pistol that does roughly 300 headshot damage. The Tetris Rift, which heals you when you throw it down and also provides some cover. The 1-Up token, which gives you a second life after you've been eliminated and you keep everything in your inventory. And the God Mode Llama, which you become an unstoppable wrecking ball and you can deal damage to structures and you can't take damage while it's happening. Now, some items that they unvaulted. They unvaulted the Pump Shotgun, Assault Rifle, Ranger Assault Rifle, Drum Gun, Minigun, Tactical Pistol, Dual Pistols, Oni Shotgun, Flare Gun, Base Boost, and Chug Splash. That's everything I've got so far about the new season. Make sure to subscribe because I've got lots of content about the new season coming out, and I'll see you in the next one.